Good afternoon, Second Street families. I know it has been a while since maybe you have seen my face on here providing some information and messaging. So I'm really excited just to get on here and start interacting with our families and students and community as we get ready for our school year coming up. I wanted to discuss with you today some of the plans that we have in progress and some of the work that we've been doing since we let out in March and some of the work we've been doing since the school year ended over the summer. We have been working very hard discussing issues around the racial injustices in our community and how we provide education and opportunities for our students around those issues, as well as how we're planning for the COVID pandemic and returning to school safely as possible. So with the work that we are doing, this particular messaging and video is around you deciding on what school looks like for your child for the 2020-2021 school year. And we're going to walk through some of that information. And then, of course, if you have any questions, you will always feel free to reach out and we will answer those to the best of our ability. So going forward, we recently finished up a task force which contained about 30 stakeholders that range from community members to parents to board members, staff, administrators, and even some students. And we had a lot of discussions around the safety protocols that we should be implementing and working towards to provide a safe learning space for students at home and what a virtual learning space looks like for our students. After our 4 meetings concluded earlier this week, we are ready to take the next step forward, and this being that next step for Second Street School. So with that being said, I want to show you the website that has been created. This will be the website where you can gain information to all COVID updates going forward. We will keep them in one spot, and it will be linked to our Frankfort Independent website very soon, but wanted you to have access to it now so you can read this information as well as take the survey we are providing today. So I am going to shrink this camera view for a minute so we can focus in on the website. In order to get to this website, we try to keep it very simple. It is a bit.ly link that is bit.ly/SSS COVID. We try to keep it simple so it would be an easy website to get to. Again, that is bit.ly/SSS COVID. And once you go to the website, this is where it will bring you to. Right now, it is very simple. It's the first bit of information we are releasing to our families. And with that being said, this is the graphic we made to describe our 2 learning options for the 2020-2021 school year. Our first option is our Learning Path Option 1, which is our traditional in-person learning option. And our main goal and hope is that we do get our students back in the building, but we have to ensure that safety and health is our top priority. It is our top priority, and we are making sure that all of these guidelines are followed from the governor's Healthy at School Safety Expectations and Guidelines document. So if you as a family choose to send your child in for traditional in-person learning, what that will look like is we will be following social distancing protocols. This means we will do our absolute best to keep students 6 feet apart, both in hallways and common areas, as well as the classrooms. If for some reason that distance cannot be met, cloth face coverings will be worn. They will be worn. It's a good little catchphrase. If you move, you mask. So if for any reason students are getting up and moving about the room, if we're getting up and moving in the hallways and walking around the building for any reason, students and staff will have their masks on. However, if students and staff are seated and properly 6 feet away from each other, then masks could come off at that time. And that, of course, would be an option. If you feel more comfortably 6 feet or not with mask on, that is also acceptable. We will also be screening as students and staff come into the building each day. We will be taking temperatures, and we will ensure that if anyone has a temperature of 100.4, both student or staff, they will be required to go home, and more detailed protocols will follow after that. We are increasing our cleaning and sanitation. Not only will we be cleaning as normal throughout the day and after school, but we'll be increasing our cleaning and sanitation throughout the day. So as kids move to different rooms, we are wiping down desks and we are wiping down materials. If necessary, just anything, high touch areas will be cleaned throughout the day, and then a deep cleaning will occur at the end of every school day. We are exploring staggered schedules in order to keep the amount of students in common areas at a low number. And we will also be eating both breakfast and lunch in the classrooms to cut down on the amount of students in the cafeteria and that high touch area during eating. That is what a traditional in-person experience will look like for a student that comes back to learn within the building. Your option 2 is what we're referring to as our distant learning at home option. And this is an option for all families. If you feel that it would be best for your student to stay home to learn, we will have an instructional platform ready for them. This is also perfect timing. In a way, if we look at the bright side of things, our 5th through 8th grade will be going to the Summit Learning platform, which provides a lot of opportunities during this unknown time. It already provides a lot of great benefits for our students. However, with the uncertainty of learning at home and in school and NTI will provide a level of comfort and a level of guidance for both our staff and our students. So your distance learning option will be completed at home, done virtually. So these are our 2 learning options, and we really need to hear from you in order to take our next steps and move forward. So what that looks like is after you've gone over these 2 options with your family and with your students, you can click on the document, but at the end of this website, there's an orange ribbon that says take the survey today. If you click the orange ribbon, you'll be taken to a Google form that looks like this. And this has to be completed for every Second Street child in your home. So if you have 1, you'll complete it 1 time. If you have 4, you will complete it 4 different times, 1 for each of your children. So the first thing you do, you will put the first and last name of your student here. And in order to go through this, I will put my name here. Of course, this will be the student name. You will then pick the grade level in which that student will be in for the 2020-2021 school year. So if Sam will be a first grader next year. This is where you will pick your option. Will Sam be completing the traditional in-person option, or will they be completing the distance learning option that will be taken at home? So once you complete that decision, you'll be prompted to a new screen. And I'm going to go over both options. If you were to choose option 1, traditional in-person, your next screen will take you to a transportation question. So safety is our number 1 goal. And in order to keep students socially distanced properly as best we can, we are really trying to prioritize those students that need the bus to get to school in order to decrease numbers if possible. So this is where we're asking if you need transportation to school or if you don't, to make those decisions here. And we have a morning question as well as an afternoon question. So if you pick the traditional in-school option, you will be taken to this set of questions. If you decide to take the option 2, distance learning at home, your next question will be about technology, and it will ask you 2 questions on if you need internet in your home and if you need a device. Again, reminding you that a phone will not be sufficient for this. A camera will be required, and each student will need their own device. So if 3 of your students are at home and will be learning from home, then they will need 3 different devices. However, we will be providing those for you. So whether you choose traditional or online, then everybody will, after you answer the transportation question or technology, you will all be brought to this page. From here, we would love some updated Guardian information. So we are asking for name, email, phone number, and address. We will also try to use this information to update Infinite Campus if need be. It's also a great way to just get a hold of you as things change and as new information comes out. We do have a space for Guardian 2. However, that is not required. We need at least 1 Guardian's information. Once you complete this information, and you can notice the red asterisks, it will not let you move forward if you leave any area blank. So of course you would be filling out your name, number, email, address. And once you get there, you will go to next. This is the last part of the survey where you have the opportunity to ask any questions, make any comments, or let us know any concerns that you may have. Once you hit that submit button, we will have your questions, comments, concerns, and your decision for your child recorded. And that way we can move forward in making more detailed plans. So this is the survey that needs to be completed for each Second Street child, and that can be found on our COVID website. So that is the information we are seeking at this time in order to move forward and make the best possible plans to keep our children safe and healthy while also providing the best education for them for this upcoming school year. So as of right now, this is all we have. We do need 100% participation on this survey. If for some reason we have anybody that has not completed it, we will be reaching out in order to gain 100% participation. That way we can know our full numbers going into the 2020-2021 school year. So I thank you so much for your time. I look forward to seeing faces both virtually and in person. And again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them at the bottom of your form, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, and we will see you and talk to you soon.